Hello there folks, Cranky Old Cuber here. As promised, I am going to record a couple of walkthrough solves using the beginner method I presented in my Cranky's beginner method video. So hopefully you can follow along and see how things work. And if not, you can drop me questions in the comments and I will answer them there. So here we go. I'm just going to do a hand scramble because I'm using my phone to record the overhead and I don't feel like digging my laptop out and putting it over here. So we're just going to hand scramble. So just maybe I should be scrambling while I'm talking. We can do that. I can also re-record this voiceover any way I want to, but I want to record live while I do the solve because it's easier to explain what I'm doing while I'm doing it. And it reminds me to go slower while I'm doing the stuff on the cube. So yeah, it's hard to talk while I scramble. That's kind of fun. Anyway, here we go. We got to scramble. All right, well, that is reasonably scrambled, I think. Okay, so as with the method, first thing we're going to do is we're going to put our white on the bottom and we're going to start putting cross pieces in. So I've got this red cross piece. I'm going to match it up to its red side here and I'm going to put it down. Okay, now I've got this green cross piece here that I can just turn down to the bottom. Now it's matched, see? Let's see, the blue cross piece. I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to match it up to its center and turn it down like that. That's that R prime FR move. What we're doing there is we're moving this out of the way so we can put this in and then we put this back. So actually, let me go ahead and put that back up there like this. Okay, so we're going to move this out of the way so that we can move this down and match it up. So we have to move it out of the way. Now we've matched this up. Now we put that down and we put that back. So now we've got 3 of our cross pieces in. So where's that pesky third one? Ah, it's over here. Okay, so we turn it up to the top. Now we have it in the top. Same thing. We're going to take it, we're going to match it up and put it down, and then we'll put that back. And now we're done. Got the cross. Okay, so now we do corners. Well, hopefully, our orange-blue corner is right here above the orange-blue slot. And so we're just going to do sexy move until it's in there. And there it is. That one took 3 sexy moves. We'll figure that out why later. So red and green. We're going to put it here. And we're going to do sexy move until it's in. There it is. Now we have green and orange. Same thing. I think I did it. Yep, that was about the maximum number of times. And then we have the red-blue. Now, you don't always have to do sexy move a bunch of times to get it in there. In a later video, I will show you how to do these corners a little quicker and with fewer wasted moves. But for now, that's the way we're doing it because it's the easiest thing to remember. Okay, well, you remember we've got this in the right slot and we have it upside down. So all we have to do is we're going to pull it out like that. Then we're going to bring it back around here and then we're going to put it back. Just like that. And that's that edge insertion move that I showed you in the video. Okay. Now we've got the green red. Green red goes here. So we'll insert that. Like that. Oops. Missed it. And we've got another one in here upside down. So we'll do the thing. We'll bring it around. And there we go. We have one more. And it's going to be this one. Red, blue. We'll put it here. So there we go. All right. So now we have to figure out what case we have. Well, interestingly, I just noticed that the red-green corner is in the right spot and the orange-blue corner is in the right spot. So we're either going to have the 2 T-Perm case or possibly the no T-Perm case. And it's looking like our corners, these two are also in the correct place because orange-green, and blue-red, blue-red. So we got lucky. So we don't have to do any T-Perming at all to move corners around. So yay. Well, I'll do another walkthrough so we see how that works. So the next thing we have is now we have this L case, and what we have to do is do a U-Perm to move this one here and this one here, okay? It'll also move this one here, but that's not as important. We want to get the bar across here. So I'm going to do a U-Perm just like this. Okay, now we have the bar, see? And so now what we do is we're going to do the edge flipper to flip these two edges. So that is here, here, here. And now we have all of our edges flipped. So now we have to put the edges in the right place. And to do that, first we have to make sure that our corners are correct, right? And it looks like we have the Z case. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these on the left. These two need to swap. So we got the blue one here and the red one here. And so these two need to swap. So we're going to put them in this position and this position. And then we're going to do a U-Perm, just like this. Okay. Now, over here on the left side, right there, that one is correct. Now we're going to put it in the back, and we're going to do another U-Perm. Okay. So now we have all of our edges correctly oriented and in the correct place. And the last thing that we need to do is twist the final 3 corners. And we're going to do that, remember, with up, up, down, down. So we'll start twisting this one. Looks like this one is going to take 4. All right, now we bring the next corner to it. We do this. That one's going to take 4 as well. And then we're going to bring the last one to us, and we're going to do it again. And it also takes 4. And now we adjust the U face, and we're all solved. See? Pretty cool, huh? All right, we're going to do another walkthrough solve. So let me do a hand scramble here. Okay. That looks like a reasonable scramble to me. All right, so start by putting our yellow on top and our white on bottom. Look for our edges. There's one, there's one. This one is nice and lined up, so let's just turn it down. What else we got? All right, the rest of them we're gonna have to do some work. So I'm gonna pull this blue one up into the top, okay? Just like that, and now it's all nice and lined up, so I'm gonna turn it down. All right, now we have 2 of them done. All right, I'm gonna pull this red one up into the top, and now it's lined up. And so what I'll do is I'll turn it down. All right, the last one we have is this green white one. I'm going to put it up into the top with, what is that? An R prime. Yeah, that's what that was. Basically this is intuitive. So you're just going to figure out how to do it, by doing it, but always match up the center, turn it down to the bottom. And now we have our cross. Okay, let's do some corners. Here's the blue-red corner, goes down here. So I'll just put it in with a series of sexy moves till it goes in. Green-red goes right here. Again. Oh, we only had to do one sexy move to get that one in. Pretty nice. Let's see. This orange-green goes right here, and that will hopefully pop this orange-blue one out for us. So let's do the sexy move thing. There it is. And then finally, we have this guy here. So we'll do our thing a bunch of times. And, oh, look, our blue-orange edge is nicely lined up for us to go right in here. So we'll do the edge insertion. All right. And now we have a green orange back there. So let's put it right in here, and that will get this orange red out for us as well. All right. And now we can put this green orange in, and that will also pop this orange blue out for us. So let's do that. And then finally we have the blue red, and it goes right here on the left. So we'll do that one this way. Okay. Now, this time we have our bar already set up. So all we need to do here is, well, first we need to check our corners because our corners are not in the right place. What do we have? We have, all right, so we have the blue red and the green red in the correct place, and we have the orange blue and the orange green switched. So what we're going to do is a T-Perm. All right, and that'll flip these two with each other, and it'll also swap these two edges, but those don't matter right now. So let's do the T-Perm. All right, and now you'll see we have our orange green here and our orange blue here, and these two are still here, and so we are all good. Corners are permuted. So now we have to orient the edges. All right, so we already have the bar case, and that makes this easy. All we have to do is do our edge flipper once, and we just do it this way. Go that direction. Okay, so now the edges are all oriented. Corners still in the right place. So now all we have to do is figure out how to move our edges. All right, so we already have one edge in the correct spot here. So we're probably going to have a single U-Perm or possibly a double U-Perm case, but it's going to be cycling 3 edges instead of all 4. So we do not have an H case and we do not have a Z case. So let's take a look. All right, so since we put this in the back, we're going to move this one to here, this one to here, and this one to here. And it turns out if we move this edge to here, then we're done, because then the red one will be on the red and the blue will be on the blue. So this is the single U-Perm case. So let's do it. A single U-Perm. And there we have all of our edges in place, all of our corners in place, and we only have 2 corners to twist. So I'm a traditionalist. I start with this one and then turn the U-face clockwise. So, but you could do it either way. It doesn't matter. The main thing is don't rotate the cube, turn the U-face to bring the corner that needs oriented to you. You have to do the orienting in the same slot. Otherwise it'll mess the cube up. So here we go. Up, up, down, down. So we only need to do 1 pair of that for that one. So I predict we're going to have to do 2 pairs here. So up, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Oh, look, we had to do 4. And now we adjust the U-face and we're solved. Okay. All right, so let's do a scramble here. Okay, so the first thing I notice is I've got this piece already matched up and ready to go down there. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it down. Then we have this blue white piece, which is already oriented correctly. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it over here and I'm going to turn it down. But I'm going to stop halfway while I turn it down because it just popped this red white piece up into the top. So I'm going to go ahead and move it out of the way. And now the red white piece is in the top oriented correctly. And I'll finish putting the blue white piece down there. Okay, well, because of that, this red white piece matched up nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that down. And then we just have to go find the green one. Well, there it is. It's in the bottom. It's oriented incorrectly. So we will bring it to the top. Okay. We'll move it to the right here so that when we turn it down, it'll match up to this. And then we do that R prime F R move that I talked about in the tutorial. So we go like this. The reason we do that, as mentioned before, is we have to move this orange white edge out of the way so we can insert this guy. And so we have to put it back. Okay, now it is time for corners. All right, so we have a red blue corner, and that's going to go right here. Oh, and it's going to pop this red green out for us. So let's do it. White sticker facing up means that we're going to have to do 3. So we'll have to do 3 more sexies here. And that one's in. That one gets us this one, which goes here. There we go. And finally, we have this one, which goes in this slot. That case was the maximum number of sexy moves needed to insert a corner all by itself. So, hey, look, the red blue corner is already in there, so we don't even have to worry about it. So let's look at the red green. Oh, well, we have the green orange sitting here already, and it goes here. So let's just do it. Over like that. Just like so. Okay, now we have this red green, and it goes here. So we're going to go like this. And that's great. So we just have one more, and that's going to be the orange blue. So it goes over here. So we'll put it in like this. All right. So we have the first 2 layers done. So let's look at the last layer. Let's see how our corners are doing. So we have blue orange and a green orange here. So let's turn those around, and that puts those in the right spots. And what do we have here? So that means that we have the red green is here, and the blue the blue red is over here, and they need to switch. So let's do a quick T-Perm. And now they are in the correct spots, as are these 2 over here who did not move. All right, we have the L case. So what we need to do is move that one here and that one there, and that will give us the bar case for orienting the edges. So let's do that really quickly. 1 U-Perm. All right, now those are correct, and we can do our edge flipper now. So let's do that really quickly. All right, so now we have our yellow edges oriented, and we still have our corners in the correct place. So we just need to make sure the corners are still there, because now we're going to start permuting edges. All right, well, we have orange, yellow in the correct spot. So that means that we probably need to do 1 or 2 U-Perms to cycle these 3. And it looks like it's going to be 2, because this one needs to end up over here, and the only way it can do that is to go here first and here first. Now, there are other U-Perm algorithms that go the other direction, but we did not learn those, so that is for a later video. So I'm going to do this 2 case. So we'll do 2 U-Perms, and that will end up putting this guy over here and everybody else in their places. So first one. And you'll notice the blue one is here now. Let's do it one more time. And now all the edges are in their correct places, as are all the corners. And all we have left is to twist the corners. So let's do that with our up, up, down, down, and we can be done. So that one needed 4 or 2 pairs. So this one should need 1 pair. And it does. And so now all we do is adjust our U face, and we're all solved. So that's basically what solving using that method looks like. And I will put out a video in the future showing this method on a few of the different shape mods that I have. I don't know if I'll do it on the Ghost Cube, because the Ghost Cube is really frustrating and takes me a long time to solve. But I think a Master Morphix and a Fisher Cube and like a windmill or a crazy windmill or something like that would definitely demonstrate the usefulness of this method and why I like it. I'll also be putting out some additional videos, hopefully soon, about more things you can do with the last layer. There are more algorithms that are helpful if you don't like figuring out how many T-Perms you have to do. Then there is also a 3 cycle for corners that you can do called an A-Perm, and that will move 3 corners around instead of 2. And sometimes that's useful. You'll find that like T-Perms turns that top center, and sometimes that's not a thing that you want in your shape mod solve, because sometimes center orientation is important. So that's another thing. And then there's also better ways to insert corners. You don't always have to do, a bunch of sexy moves to do it. There is usually a way to figure out a minimal way to do it. So I'll have another video about the first layer and probably the second layer together to do some pre-work on getting you on the road to intuitive F2L, because that's what I use when I solve normally is F2L. I do corners and the second layer edges at the same time. So that's another thing you can look forward to. So hopefully this helped, and thank you for watching, and I will catch you at the next video. Cheers.